Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my June book haul. The first book I got is The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson, which is set in the same world as the other Mistborn novels, but this takes place 300 years after the events of the Mistborn trilogy. And I am excited to read this book, but I'm also incredibly nervous because I adored the Mistborn trilogy because of the characters and the world that it takes place in, and I'm not sure if this one will be kind of a step down because it takes place with a different set of characters in a completely different time period, but we'll see what I think of it whenever I get to it. Next up we have Give It Back by Danielle Esplin, and I am so excited about this book because it is the first time I have ever been sent a hard copy of a book by an author or a publisher, and I know that's such a small achievement, but it just made me really happy when she offered to send it to me. But from what I know, this book is kind of a thriller about three sisters who return home and are kind of trying to get to the bottom of each other's secrets whilst also concealing their own, and it sounds really exciting, so I'm looking forward to reading this next month. Next up I got A Totally Awkward Love Story by Tom Allen and Lucy Everson, which is the story of two English high school students who are trying to lose their virginity before they graduate, and it just sounds like it'll be really funny. I've seen a few other people review this book, and although they said it was kind of crass and cringy at times, it just sounds like something that I will find incredibly hilarious, and I am really looking forward to reading this, hopefully quite soon, and I will be reviewing it when I'm done, so stay tuned for that. The next book I got is The Argonauts by Maggie Nelson, which is another one of the books that I'm reading as a part of the Our Shared Shelf Goodreads group, and I am still a little bit behind on that group, but I am planning on catching up at some point. I don't really know that much about this book. I haven't heard many people talk about it or anything, but the plot sounds kind of intriguing, and it's only a short book, so we'll see what I think of it when I get around to it. Next up I got Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, which is a book of poetry, and a lot of you have probably seen snippets of this on Instagram and stuff because it is very popular poetry. But I just love the simplicity of Rupi Kaur's writing. I think it's incredibly beautiful, and I'm thinking this is a book that I'll really love when I get around to reading it. Next up I got Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, which I have seen people raving about for so long, and lately I've been kind of in the mood for some contemporary or YA cutesy stories, so I decided to pick this one up. Really looking forward to reading this one because it just sounds like an absolutely adorable story about growing up and friendship and falling in love for the first time and all that sort of stuff, so hopefully it's good. The next book I got is The Unexpected Everything, again by Morgan Matson, and again it just sounds like a really adorable story. I don't know a whole lot about the plot of this book, but I do know that it's about a politician's daughter who's kind of had everything handed to her in life and worked out for her, and then suddenly her dad's involved in a political scandal or something and her life is kind of turned upside down as well, and it sounds like it'll be a really great book, so I am planning on reading and reviewing this sometime in July. The final book that I got this month is The Yoga of Max's Discontent by Karan Bahaj, and I was inspired to buy this after seeing Reagan from Peruse Project review it. It's the story of a young American named Max who begins to confront his mortality and decides to go on a bit of a spiritual journey to India, and I just think this book will be really interesting and a lot of self-reflection and inner transformation and stuff like that. And I am quite excited to read this book because it is completely outside what I would normally read. That is it for all the books that I got this month though, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of any of these books if you've read them, because I haven't read any of these yet, but I am looking forward to in the next month or so. But that's it for this video. I upload videos every Wednesday and Saturday, so be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned on those days for more bookish goodness. Toodaloo!